This just in. Am I the only one getting sick of finding AI in absolutely everything? If you are tired of negotiating with hallucinating robots just to perform basic daily tasks, you might want to start actively avoiding anything labeled smart. My sister recently got a BYD C-Line 5. It is a genuinely impressive car. It has good range, great build quality, and is incredibly comfortable. It also has a highly advanced AI voice assistant baked directly into the dashboard. And you can ask it to open the windows for you, which sounds like a brilliant futuristic convenience until you actually try it. First, you have to activate the assistant. Then you have to speak your request clearly enough for the machine to understand you, which in a moving car with road noise and 2 screaming kids in the back is absolutely not a given. Then you wait while it processes, then you wait while the window finally opens. By the time it is done, roughly 3 times longer than just pressing the button would have taken, you have successfully accomplished something that a simple, cheap button on the door panel does instantly, reliably, every single time with zero cognitive overhead. But here is the part that really drove the point home. The kids figured it out. Now they are sitting in the back seats asking the AI to open their windows over and over because it is fun. And there appears to be absolutely no way to restrict or disable it. The only workaround is to scream at them to stop, which is the exact opposite of what any piece of technology in a car should be making you do while you are driving. This is not a feature. This is a feature-shaped problem. Before we allow Silicon Valley to shove another subscription-based chatbot into our kitchen appliances, we need to look at exactly why tech companies are forcing this exhausting innovation down our throats, and the single brutal usability test you must apply to your own business before automating another customer touchpoint. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Vicky Sidler, a StoryBrand certified guide and duct tape marketing strategist from the Strategic Marketing Tribe. And I help small business owners like you build failure-proof marketing by focusing on the exact 20% of efforts that drives 80% of the results. All so that your marketing stops feeling like a miserable second job you never asked for. I believe your absolute greatest competitive advantage is simply sounding undeniably human. Because, let's be honest, if your business is adding complex automated layers to your customer experience just to look modern, you are actively driving your clients away. You need to remove the friction. So download my 5-minute marketing fix to strip the robotic bloat out of your sales funnels so your buyers can actually figure out how to give you their money. Okay, now with that out of the way, why is your inbox suddenly writing itself? While my sister fights with her car windows, Gmail has decided I desperately need an AI to draft replies to emails I haven't even opened yet. Starting in early 2026, Google pushed us into what they are genuinely, unironically calling the Gemini era. Their new suggested replies feature doesn't just offer quick response options after you've read a message. It actively pre-drafts full contextual replies based on what it infers from the subject line. You can technically turn off the legacy features, but the new Gemini integration is deeply bundled into Google's broader smart features. And disabling it is not a simple toggle. It is a full-blown negotiation with your settings panel. So here's what this means in practice. Before I've even decided whether I even want to respond to an email, Gmail has already decided exactly how I'm going to respond. The drafted text sits there, written in a voice that sort of sounds like mine but isn't quite, waiting for me to tap send without having thought about it at all. The message flows out of my inbox as if from me, composed by a machine, approved by my distraction, and received by a human who deserved an actual reply. I cannot explain why this feels so deeply wrong, and yet here we are. And we are absolutely not alone in our frustration. Did you know that we are entering the worst in show era? I wish the car window and the auto reply were isolated examples. But the AI in everything trend has reached a scale that is officially unhinged. At CES 2026, the world's largest annual consumer technology showcase, the headline story wasn't an impressive new product. It was the Worst in Show Awards, handed out by consumer advocacy groups to publicly shame the most egregious examples of AI being forced into products that absolutely did not need it. The winners included a refrigerator that required voice integration just to open the door, failing half the time if the kitchen was too noisy. A $2,000 coffee maker that required a $139 annual subscription to have conversations about coffee. And an AI-powered lollipop. The crowd reportedly laughed, but it was the kind of laughter that is also deeply exhausted. A 2025 Asana study found that 84% of workers experience digital fatigue, feeling completely overwhelmed by the volume of technology aggressively being pushed at them. When Microsoft tried to launch Recall, a feature that automatically screenshotted your entire computing session for AI analysis, the widespread public backlash was so violent they had to delay it for a year. So if we all hate it, why do they keep building it? Why are the tech companies ignoring us? The answer is brutally simple, and it has nothing to do with making your life easier. It is entirely about impressing the boardrooms. Right now, AI-powered is a magical marketing claim that justifies wildly higher price points, attracts venture capital investment, and signals to the stock market that a company is keeping up. The pressure to integrate AI is coming entirely from investor decks, not from user research. Product teams are being told to add AI, so they blindly add AI. The vital question, does this actually make the experience better, is entirely downstream of the question, does this make us look current? And they are doing this despite unambiguous consumer data. A study in the Journal of Hospitality Marketing and Management found that across every single product category, labeling a product as AI-powered actively reduced consumer purchase intention compared to labeling it high-tech. Consumers simply do not trust it. They haven't asked for it, and they absolutely notice when it creates friction instead of removing it. There is a very simple test that every company must run before shipping an AI feature. Does this reduce friction or does it add it? The BYD window fails completely. A button is instantaneous, and talking to a dashboard robot is not. Gmail's pre-drafts fail too. Drafting a reply isn't the hard part of email. Reading it, deciding what matters, and maintaining the relationship is. None of those things are improved by a machine writing the response before I have even finished the thought. If your marketing strategy is currently drowning in complicated, automated funnels that frustrate your buyers, you are failing the friction test. So get my 5-minute marketing fix. It acts as a rapid diagnostic tool to help you strip the useless AI-powered bloat out of your messaging, allowing you to connect with your clients simply, clearly, and powerfully. Stop losing sales. Download the fix now. You can get it for free in the description below, or you can go to strategicmarketingtribe.com/fix. But what about you? Have you hit your breaking point with smart features that actually just make your life harder? I'll go first. I recently encountered a smart toaster that required a Wi-Fi connection and a mandatory firmware update just to burn my bread. I don't want a digital ecosystem for my breakfast. I just want a lever that pushes the bread down. Okay, your turn. What is the absolute most useless AI feature you are sick of dealing with? Let me know in the comments. I'm Vicky Sidler from the Strategic Marketing Tribe, and I post helpful news updates for small businesses every day.